Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name's Gray, and right now on Consoletronics I'm going to be taking a look back at a fondly remembered IP from the glory days of Sega in my Altered Beast series review.
Rise from your grave.
As the 1980s passed the halfway mark, Japanese developers Sega were making a name for themselves as one of the best arcade manufacturers in the business, with hit after hit from Outrun, Space Harrier, Alien Syndrome and Shinobi. But in 1988 they would release Altered Beast, a side-scrolling mythological beat-em-up giving you the ability to transform into all manner of beasties to help you in your quest to rescue the goddess Athena. And while a big hit in arcades upon release, the game is probably best remembered for its 16-bit home port. Sega's bread and butter at this time was definitely their arcade machines, but in 1988, following on from the disappointments that were the Japanese exclusive home systems, the SG-1000 and SC-3000, and even to a lesser extent the Master System, for the first time Sega had a console ready to launch that was technically and graphically superior to the starting to show its age Famicom and the recently released PC Engine, in the shape of the megadrive. The hype for this console was palpable. Sega knew they needed games which showed the hardware off, so Altered Beast became the free title bundled with machine, and while limited gameplay wise, the graphics impressed, initially at least. But as developers got to grips with the hardware, Altered Beast would fall from favour with Mega Drive owners, but the title would develop a cult following amongst the non-Sega owning public, as it was also ported to numerous other systems, from Master System, NES, PC Engine to every home computer platform you can think of. And for a while, rumours of a sequel would swirl amongst beat-em-up fans. And in 2002 we would get it, a direct sequel to the arcade original on Nintendo's Game Boy Advance. Sadly, this cracking if uninspired beat-em-up went by largely unnoticed. I imagine many gamers probably thought it was simply a port of the original arcade rather than a new installment in the series. This handheld adventure through ancient Greece may not bring to us anything we haven't seen before, but it's a fun and highly playable action game that lives up to the legacy of its predecessor. The old saying, "be careful what you wish for," comes to mind when talking about the next game in the Altered Beast franchise. Since the beginning of the 32-bit era, Sega fans all over the world have been clamouring for sequels to once popular 16-bit games, and with Sega's transition from hardware manufacturer to publisher, meaning they can now release games multi-format, they would attempt to ride the back of recent action horror titles like Devil May Cry with a fresh take on a classic formula. Shifting from the past to present day and ramping up the gore factor with the ability to shapeshift at will. Unfortunately, while not the worst game Sega would release at this time, its bland and repetitive gameplay, coupled with the fact that it didn't even get an American release, meant Altered Beast for PS2 would be quickly forgotten, and with it, the franchise. Feels like I'm ending this episode on a bit of a downer, but I want this video to be seen as a celebration of all things Altered Beast, a great Sega series from the heyday of the arcade scene, and who knows, maybe the franchise still has some fight left in it, and we'll see it rise from its grave once more. I for one, hope so at least. So my name's Gray, you've been watching my Altered Beast series review. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, why not like, share, comment and subscribe. So thank you very much for watching. I'll have more videos up soon. Goodbye.